She was the world's youngest self-made female billionaire, gracing magazine covers, praised by presidents. Steve Jobs compared himself to her, and then, it all collapsed. In the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how Elizabeth Holmes pulled off one of the biggest fraud schemes in history, and the exact mistakes that got her caught. This is The Capital, where we explore the most fascinating and sometimes devastating stories in business. Today we're breaking down a cautionary tale that shook Silicon Valley to its core. The Theranos scandal isn't just about fraud, it's about how ambition, secrecy, and one crucial mistake can destroy everything. Ready to learn what not to do? Let's go. By 2014, Elizabeth Holmes was on top of the world. At just 30 years old, she'd convinced Walgreens, one of the largest pharmacy chains in America, to partner with her startup, Theranos. Why? Because she claimed to have invented a revolutionary blood testing machine called the Edison. According to her pitch, this machine could run hundreds of blood tests from just a few drops of blood. Not vials, drops. If true, this would change medicine forever. No more invasive blood draws, no more waiting days for results. Just quick, painless testing. Walgreens believed it, so did Safeway, so did Rupert Murdoch, who invested $125 million. By 2013, Theranos was valued at $9 billion. Holmes became the world's youngest self-made female billionaire. On paper. But here's where the story gets interesting. None of it was real. The Edison machine didn't work. In fact, it barely worked at all. Theranos ran tests using traditional machines from other companies. Their own proprietary technology was deeply flawed. When their engineers brought concerns to Holmes, she didn't listen. She doubled down. She told investors the machine was being used in military helicopters. It wasn't. She claimed the FDA had approved it. They hadn't. She told major pharmaceutical companies they were using Theranos technology. They weren't. The lies stacked on top of each other. But how did she get away with it for so long? 3 reasons. First, she was a great storyteller. She understood what people wanted to believe, a young visionary disrupting a broken industry. The narrative was so compelling that people didn't ask hard questions. Second, secrecy. She kept Theranos extremely closed off. Employees had to sign strict NDAs. The lab results were hidden. Investors never got a true look at the technology. Didn't question what you can't see. Third, intimidation. When journalists got close to the truth, Theranos sent lawyers. When employees wanted to speak up, they were threatened with lawsuits. Silence became the culture. In 2015, a Wall Street Journal reporter named John Carreyrou started investigating. He talked to former employees. He reviewed documents. He found inconsistencies in every claim. In October 2015, he published the first major exposé. Suddenly, the house of cards collapsed. Within months, Walgreens ended their partnership. Safeway sued for $32 million. The SEC charged Holmes with massive fraud. Her $9 billion company was essentially worthless, and she faced up to 20 years in federal prison. In January 2022, she was convicted on 4 counts of fraud. So what's the business lesson here? What can we learn from Elizabeth Holmes's catastrophic failure? Lesson 1. Big story. Coding down. Fake it till you make it. Only works if you actually make it. Lies compound. One deception leads to 10 more. Eventually, the truth comes out. Lesson 2. Your culture reflects your values. When you build a company on lies, that becomes the foundation. You can't expect honesty from employees when the CEO is dishonest. Lesson 3. Transparency builds trust, secrecy builds suspicion. Investors, partners, and employees want to see what they're investing in. Hiding the truth is a red flag that something's wrong. Lesson 4. If too many people question something, listen. Multiple employees raised concerns about the Edison. Instead of investigating, Holmes silenced them. Real leaders ask hard questions when things don't add up. Elizabeth Holmes went from being the world's youngest self-made female billionaire to federal prison because she forgot one rule: You can't build a real business on fake technology. This is the capital. Hit subscribe for more stories about what not to do in business. See you next video.